Go ahead, Priyanka.
Good evening, everyone, to the fabulous Toastmasters and my distinguished guests. Welcome to 425th milestone meeting of Turning Point Toastmaster, where transformation isn't just in our name. It's in every word, every gesture, and every story. I am a Sergeant Dance Priyanka Mishra. I don't just welcome you to this meeting. I welcome you into turning point of your own. Let's pause for a moment. 425 meetings. That means 425 opportunity to overcome fear, to find our voices, to inspire, to grow together, and to help support each and every person as much we can. If these walls could talk, virtual walls and the offline meetings which we have had so far, they would deliver standing ovation to all the brave souls who have stood here before. Now, before we turn the page to our exciting meeting ahead, here are some ground rules which we have to follow throughout the meeting. Let's give our speakers the undivided attention they deserve. So please keep your phone on silent or switch off. Let's respect the speakers by not interrupting them by any kind of chat messages when the speaker is speaking. Please keep your cameras on and mute yourself and encourage the speaker as much you can. This is a safe space. So if you are making a mistake while speaking, you're all welcome, because Turning Point Toastmasters and all Toastmasters International is all about learning from your mistakes. So applaud as much you can generously with the Zoom emoticons and the claps, virtual claps. So with that, I would like to call a person who is not just a storyteller. He's making difference in the nomadic life of Alwar. Near to Rajasthan, he's running an NGO, and he's none other than my mentor, my friend, Toastmaster Anand. I would like to call Toastmaster Anand as the presiding officer and take out the stage. Over to you, Anand.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Let's have a wonderful round of applause for our fantastic and ever-charming Sergeant at Arms. Priyanka, your energy always sets the tone, and we are thrilled to have you as our Sergeant at Arms. And I'm personally grateful that for most of the meetings, you are going to introducing me. So you are my personal hype man, hype woman. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Folks, before we actually get into the professional segment of the meeting, let's get to know each other. Other than the club members, guests, please introduce yourself briefly along these lines, your name, the city you are joining from. If you are a Toastmaster, which club are you or were you a member of? And if possible, if it's your first meeting, then what brings you to this meeting? Let's start with Mr. Husni, Hafiz, once again in the formal meeting.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm also still learning English, so I don't can speak English well. Let me introduce myself. I'm Hafiz Husni. I'm interested to learn public speaking because I get the presentation one time in customer and my presentation is not good. Because of that, I'll learn more in YouTube video and I find the Toastmaster that can learn about public speaking. So that is my reason join this Toastmaster. I'm from Indonesia. I'm in Tangerang. Maybe just that can I introduce myself.
Welcome, Husni, Mr. Hafiz, and this is the right place for you to learn public speaking. And remember, communication is beyond language, be it English, be it Hindi, be it Indonesian, anything. So communication is a larger art that we are all practitioners for life. Welcome to this fellow group of learners. Let's move to Satish once again quickly. Satish, If you would like to introduce yourself once again very, very briefly.
Very good evening to all. I am a pediatrician practicing in Abu Dhabi, and I was a member of Godson Toastmasters in Dubai, and now I moved to Abu Dhabi, so I am not active. Anyway, I'm trying to join a new club somewhere here. So anyway, I'm happy to see you all today's meeting. I hope a fantastic, wonderful meeting. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Absolutely, Satish. We are thrilled to have you over here and rather privileged as well that you are joining us from all the way from Abu Dhabi and next Toastmaster. Thank you for the vote of confidence in us. Let's take the introduction from Saurabh Sethi, another past Toastmaster from Pune.
Yeah, good evening. Okay, earlier I was part of Infosys Pune Toastmasters Club. Currently, I work in Infosys organization. My favorite outdoor game is football. Thank you.
Okay, and you are living right now in Mumbai.
Yes, Mumbai.
Good. So hope you are enjoying the weather over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Rainy season.
We are certainly not enjoying the weather these days because the rains are becoming slowly a nuisance over here in northern India. We are a part of a club based in NCR. Most of our members are from Gurugram, Delhi, or right now Alwar in Rajasthan is also part of NCR. And the weather here is making the roads disappear, as Ravi remarked just before the meeting started. So, folks, we are welcoming you to this meeting where hopefully no rain, no other nuisance will play spoil sport. This will be a session where we require your thorough attention. Please get involved with your videos on, with your preferred beverage in hand, perhaps. And let's switch your videos on for a moment. Let's begin this meeting with a selfie. How about that? So let's have a quick video on, everyone. Deep, Anshuman, Rajendraji, everyone. Dr. Satish, and let's take a quick selfie, but with some emojis flowing. So I'm giving a few reactions over there. Let's see you also sharing a reaction. Let's celebrate the meeting number 425. Require a couple of others to take selfies as well. Ravi, can you take, or Priyanka, can you take one as well? I have taken one. Once again, on 3, 2, 1, cheese. Thank you. And keep the videos on. That was the whole purpose. Friends, I'm sure you are really, really familiar with the epic of Mahabharata, part of Indian culture, or rather the subcontinent's cultural collection. It's not just an epic about two battling armies. It's also symbolic to a family's view. If you go one level deeper, it's also a conflict that we constantly fight inside our own selves. There is always a good side as well as a bad side. Both are the familiar sides. Which one wins eventually? That's what this epic teaches us. And more importantly, how the side which eventually wins, the good side, actually wins. What are the catalysts or mentors or factors behind making that side emerge victorious? I'm sure we all struggle with our own conflicts, be it public speaking, be it leadership, professional journey, personal growth, family relations, community, be it all the aspects. And struggle is real. Those who probably we see on the LinkedIn and Instagram living a very flashy, flamboyant kind of life, please don't go by the glitter and glitz. Everyone is in a constant struggle to get better. But this is one healthy place, this platform where we are all assembling today, which can really help us get the required course correction. To explain the course of this meeting and what she brings us as the three-course meal today for all of us to feast upon in this meeting number 425, let's have our Toastmaster of the evening, Toastmaster Tamanna, take the reins in her able hands. Tamanna, let's have a quick audio video check with a thunderous round of applause for you.
Am I audible and visible?
And you are incredible. Floor is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand, for that enlightening start. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. A heroic welcome to all brave warriors of today's battle. No swords, no shields, just mind, words, and hearts. I, Tamanna Gupta, am your Toastmaster of the day, your charioteer, just like Krishna was to Arjun, guiding you through the battlefield of thoughts, experiences, and revelations. So let's start the meeting with the soul stirring theme, the inner Kurukshetra, winning life's real battles. Dharam Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Samveta Yuyutsva. The English translation is in the land of Dharma, in the land of religion, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the warriors assembled to fight, just like we assembled here. Of course, not to fight, but to learn. Basically, with this verse begins the Bhagavad Gita, a timeless dialogue between Lord Krishna and a mighty warrior Arjun. Folks, the real the real battlefield was not just Kurukshetra, it was the battlefield within Arjun's mind, filled with doubt, guilt, fear, conflict, and confusion. Arjuna did not need a new weapon to fight, but he needed wisdom, clarity, and lot more courage. And Krishna gave him exactly that. So let's face it, like each one of us is fighting our own Kurukshetra, whether it is overthinking, self doubt, decisions, relationships, or even picking between Netflix and the work. So, are you ready? Just unmute yourself and say it aloud. Yes, I'm ready for the battle. Or maybe you
Yes.
can type in the chat.
Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Yes.
Wow, that's the spirit. So, let me start with the question. Which inner battle have you fought recently? Option is I have already asked the question in the chat box. If you people can check,
Type it again once.
maybe I can repeat once again. Which inner battle have you fought recently? Option A, self doubt. Option B, fear of failure. Option C, procrastination. Option D, seeking validation. Maybe I can type in the chat box once again. Okay. So most of the people are fighting with the procrastination. See, we all are warriors. We are fighting each and every day with one or the other battle to become a better person. Today, we will try to win this battle with the help of Bhagavad Gita. Let me clear you one thing that Bhagavad Gita is not a religious text. It's a universal life manual, a self-help book written thousands of years ago before Instagram coaches were even born. I would love to shed light on a few timeless principles from the Gita that I also try to apply in my own life, often imperfectly but sincerely. And I also invite you to reflect as I share. Let me share my screen. Mm-mm. Sorry, just a moment. I'm
You
not
need
able
any
to
help?
share my screen.
You can, and everyone can. You have the access.
Okay. I think there is a problem with my system.
No worries. Let's keep it fluent. By the time we invite the GE team, you figure it out.
Okay. Okay. So I will quickly brief today's flow of meeting. It comprises of three sections. So we will start with two prepared speeches, and then those speeches will be evaluated by their respective evaluators. Then we will move on to the most entertaining section, that is table topic session or impromptu speaking. Here, the guest and the members will be given the opportunity to speak on any random topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And in the end, we will have the most important and meaningful section, that is evaluation section, where each one of us, including me, will be evaluated by the general evaluator. And today's general evaluator is Toastmaster Sadhna. Can we have Toastmaster Sadhna on the spotlight, please? Yeah.
Thank you,
Toast-
Master Tamanna.
Yeah, Toastmaster
Yeah, you
Sadhna,
continue.
let me give a brief introduction of yours. Toastmaster Sadhna is a passionate and dedicated English communication trainer. She runs a YouTube channel. She's a language enthusiast, an animal lover, and all time foodie. In her free time, she enjoys reading books, sketching, and listening to music. And most recently, she has been fighting the battle of stepping out of her comfort zone. A quick audio video check, Toastmaster Sadhna.
Yes. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you are audible and visible.
Alright. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Tamanna. And a very good evening to the fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I'm really honored to be essaying the role of general evaluator today. And what a day, right? And today the topic is Kurukshetra and fighting our inner battles. So it's an amazing topic. So we'll see that topic in later. Now let's come to the role that general evaluator plays, and as per the the role of the general evaluator is not just to evaluate the table topic speeches, but the overall flow of the meeting, the time management, and the general evaluator also evaluates the speech evaluators as well as the table topic speeches and the overall flow and execution of the meeting. And at the last, when called upon by TMOD, I'll be presenting the report with my tech team that involves timer, counter, and grammarian. So I'm excited to essay this role, play this role of a general evaluator today. Okay, so meet you at the end. And thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, TMOD.
Sadhna, point of order. Let's also introduce your team along the way so they can introduce their roles.
Okay, fine. Now I'd like to call upon my tech team. So let's invite, okay, you're here, Timer ET.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me as a timer for this wonderful Toastmaster meeting number 425. My role today is to ensure that all the role players are being timed and are adhered to the specified time limit which they have. Starting with speakers, they typically have a time of 5 to 7 minutes. where I will be displaying green cards at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, red cards at 7 minutes, followed up by a buffer of 30 seconds either side. For table topics, each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, red card at 2 minutes. Table topic speakers have a grace period of 30 seconds on the plus side. Speech evaluators are allotted 2 to 3 minutes for evaluation. The green card will be shown at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and red card at 3 minutes. There will be grace period of 30 seconds either side. Speakers who finish before or after the grace period will be disqualified. I will be submitting my report when called upon by General Evaluator. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Timer Riti, for beautifully explaining the role of the timer. Now let's hear from the AHA counter, Nandini. Please, Nandini, come on the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Okay. So today I am going to play the role of our counter, and my job is to count all the tiny words which we use to fill the big silences, like so all these. So I will count them and report them to you at the end when called upon by general evaluator. One suggestion which I have copied from internet is to speak in a bit slower pace, because we use filler words when our mind and mouth is not in sync. So speaking in a bit slower pace will give us those few extra seconds to fill those gaps with words, not fillers. So thank you very much. I will be coming up with my report at the end. Thank you.
Thank you so much, AHA counter. Now let's invite our last role player, grammarian, to share the word of the day and her role.
Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Yes. Yeah. Very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Most of the time, all of us has witnessed that there is always a signal while we are crossing the road. Why it is so? Because the every light indicates us to work, to move accordingly. The signal lights are there to indicate us when to move, when not to move, which move at what place. So here in communication, we have certain regulations. Similarly, as a signal. So whenever there is some punctuation mark, we have to speak accordingly. So there is something like a language evaluation, which is the necessity of any communication, and that is what I'm going to note. So whatever the good usage, whatever may not be so good usage during your speeches, so I will be there as the grammarian to note it down and come back with my reports. But that is not the only thing which I'm going to do, but right away I'm going to share the word of the day, which I urge everybody to use during your speeches whenever, wherever you can use it. And parallelly, I request all the participants to show your thumbs up whenever somebody is using it. Now it's time to look at the word of the day. What it is? It is resilience. Resilience is something, the ability of a person. So meaning of resilience is that ability of somebody to come back to the normal situation after going through some sort of change. So actual meaning is ability to recover or come back to the normal after a change. And a quick example of it is that her resilience made her to come back to her normal life after a failure in her life, right? So resilience is something whenever there is any change in your life or any situation, and you are able to recover from that situation. There are so many synonyms to this word, like flexibility, toughness, so on and so forth. So I will be just putting in the chat box the word of the day, its meaning, and the example, so that you could use appropriately based on the given example while speaking. And again, I urge everybody to put the thumbs up whenever somebody is using it. So with that note, I will be coming back with my report when again the general evaluator will call me back on the stage. Over to you, general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beautiful, amazing tech team, for the elaborate description. Now, we will submit our report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the TMOD. I'd like to hand over the meeting to TMOD.
Sorry for the interruption. Can I share my screen to show the color of the cards so that it will
Yes,
not be a
please.
problem later?
Yes, please. We also have missed out on a role player, though I expect her to be introduced later on. That is table topic evaluator.
That is to be introduced by like me.
Yes, in your when you call upon the role players along with tag team, please invite the.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll be showing green card at 5 minutes per speaker, and yellow at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Thank you so much. 1 second.
Perfect. Over to
Can
you,
we have-
Tamanna.
Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhna. Let's come back to our today's theme and learn some Gita principle and apply in our life. And I also want you to reflect in your life while I share my own viewpoints. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes. So, foundational teachings to win inner battles. Principles for battle of action and habit. So, these are the principles we can follow in the battle of action and habit when we are in between the battle of, like, if I want to overcome some habit and I don't take any actions, so we can follow these principles. First is progress over perfection. In my life, I see that I'm learning German, but I'm still not perfect. But every day on everyday basis, I realized I have become more, but not perfect, but I can at least converse with people, and at least I have progressed a lot from last 1 year. Second principle is discipline over distraction. Every day I struggle with what to do first and how to start my day, like should I start with my course or with my household things, or maybe preparing Toastmaster role. But now I have realized that I should focus on what is more important in that very moment. Third is consistency over convenience. We should not focus on becoming more convenient, rather than we should focus on becoming more consistent in our actions. For example, I feel like I should do yoga every day, but when I think of that, I say no, I cannot spend one hour on this. But I have made a point this week, I will start with at least 15 minutes. So important is making it consistent. Fourth is action over apathy. When motivation disappears, I whisper, act without attachment. So these are the principles to battle our actions and habit. So next, we have the principles for battle of the mind. First is responding, not reacting, especially in relationships. Gita urges us to pause. Pause before that sharp reply. Second is confidence over criticism. The inner critic never stops. You know, it never sleeps. But I now question it. Is that my voice true or just loud? Third is peace over panic. Rather than panicking about situation, take a deep breath and surrender. I remind myself I am not the controller of all the outcomes. It's okay. Let it be. And fourth, the most important is letting go. I know this is the hardest one. Letting go is not very easy, but yes, you can try it. You know, it is choosing freedom. So these are the principles for battles of the mind. I want all of you to reflect in your own life with all these principles, and you can also win the battles of the mind with the battles of the action with these principles. I hope all of you are enjoying. Thanks a lot. I thought it was quite boring, but thank you. Okay. So, friends, as we laugh, reflect, and navigate our modern lives, remember the battle is real, the wisdom is eternal, and the Gita still speaks if only we choose to listen. Before we proceed further, I have one small task for all of you, which you have to do throughout the meeting. Folks, don't feel pressurized. It is just a small task. You have to wear a small, bright smile on your face throughout the meeting. I hope we all can do that. Okay. Now I will go with our prepared speeches, where our speakers will battle their own limits and emerge as victors. Our first speaker today is Toastmaster Pooja. Toastmaster Pooja is an image consultant, author, and podcaster. She runs her own talk show. Besides her talk show, she is working as a trainer at Modi University. She loves interacting with people, singing, and traveling. And nowadays, she is battling with procrastination to become a perfect person. So before we call Toastmaster Pooja, let's call her evaluator, Toastmaster Sanskar. Toastmaster
Hi.
Sanskar, a quick audio video check.
Um, Life is beautiful.
Very good. The stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamanna. So, hi, my name is Sanskar, and I have the responsibility of evaluating Toastmaster Pooja's speech, and I'll be assessing her on the basis of what she has excelled at, what she needs to work on, and how she needs to challenge herself. And we will be giving points on the basis of clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, and topic. So, yes, to sum up all this, I'll be evaluating um, all the not only just this but other things as well, which is not counted in the sheet as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanskar. Let's welcome our first warrior, Toastmaster Pooja, with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Pooja, a quick audio video check.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and you are visible. Toastmaster Pooja, not a fresher, not a liar, just a fighter. Not a fresher, not a liar, just a fighter. Toastmaster Pooja. Stage is yours.
It was a year 2015. I was planning to switch my job. I was a biotechnologist working in cosmetic R&D as a formulator and a microbiologist. Where my job profile was 70% I was working as a formulator and 30% as a microbiologist. One day, one of my seniors suggested me, Pooja, if you want to grow in your career, then you need to switch your profile because Indian pharmaceutical companies won't accept a biotechnologist as a formulator. So you need to work on the profile which should closely match to your academic qualification. Then I decided to switch my profile and I started studying about the microbiology. Even though I was working as a microbiologist, but it was very less work. Then I started studying all the concepts, all the test, analysis, FDA guidelines, and everything. And after 6 months, finally, I landed an interview call from Asia's biggest biotech company, and that was Biocon. Finally, the D-Day has come. I had to go for the interview. I was super excited and super nervous as well because I was going to give the interview, the thing which I've never did it. So I decided to give my 100% shot. I got ready with my best dress. I took my all the documents and I reached to the company premises. I got my visitor pass and I entered into the campus. I just move around and look at all the campus. It was too big. And it was not basically like a pharmaceutical manufacturing plant. It looks like some IT tech park. And I was amazed. And my heart was screaming, oh my God, you're going to work here. Really? Then I just went to the HR office. I did some of the formalities and then they sent me to the quality control microbiology department for my interview. There was a cabin and 10 plus candidate was sitting there. And I just seen them and I got nervous that this many people for same position, how I'm gonna fight with them. Then I managed myself and then I sat there. I was staring everybody. I felt nervous. Then started waiting for my turn. One by one, candidate was going inside and going back. And after 1 hour, they called me inside. Now also I remember those three faces. Dr. Harshad Joshi, the quality control head of microbiology, Mr. Senthil Kumar, the manager of the department, and Dr. Rajesh Gowda. He was assistant manager. I greeted them. They told me to sit down. I sat. They started asking me questions. I replied all the questions, most of the questions, confidently. Until that questions. Dr. Harshad asked me, so Pooja, tell me, what are the real challenges you have faced while performing bacterial endotoxin test? And there was a long pause. I went blank. I had no answer because I never performed that test. I never did that. And I decided to tell the truth to them. And I said,
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't have answer for that. And in fact, whatever test you're going to ask, I don't have answer for that because I never did it. My job profile is I'm working as a formulator in my company, but I have little bit work profile for the microbiology as well, but I have never worked. So that was a thing. Then the next question came. All right, then if we hired you, then how you're going to manage all these things? I said, definitely, maybe I didn't know all these things, but I have learning agility. I can learn all these concepts. My previous company has trained me and made me a formulator, the subject which I had never heard about it. But microbiology is close to my subject. Definitely, I can work on it. Then they said, all right, then we can give you the salary like a fresher. We can hire you as a fresher. I said, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not agree with you because a fresher don't know what I know. I spent 3 years in the pharmaceutical company. I know all the nuances the pharmaceutical works, from product development to quality control, from FDA guidelines to FDA audits. I know everything. A fresher don't know this. You can't compare my experience from the fresher. Then they smiled and they asked me the last question. They said, we are the pharmaceutical manufacturing plant. We have loads of pressures, load of work, very tiring work, and I don't think a woman like you can handle this. And I replied, I don't think so. There is a connection between a work and gender. If 30 years back, somebody would have told the same thing to the owner of this company, I don't think so. We would be sitting in this cabin and discussing about it. It's all about intention, not about gender. Everyone smiled and they said, it was nice meeting you, Pooja. You can leave. Thank you. If anything will be there, HR will call you. I just came outside of the cabin and realized I did blunder. My senior told me not to tell them all these things that you have not worked because they are not going to hire you. But I did all opposite. And I knew that I missed the chance. Then with my low heart, I went home and then next day, my senior asked me. I told him whatever happened. He started scolding me. He said, what's your problem? Why you said all these things? We have refused you that don't tell them. They are not going to hire you. You missed the golden opportunity. And I knew that, yes, I missed the opportunity. I was sad. I didn't know. I had one chance to grow in my career, to switch my profile. I didn't have way what to do now. And I was working in my lab. I was doing my project. And suddenly after 20 days, my phone rang. I lift my phone and on the other side, it was a HR of the same company. He said, congratulations, Pooja, you have selected. Please check the offer letter and reply as soon as possible. I was so happy and confused. Really, they hired me? And I checked my phone, I checked my mail and offer letter. I was hired as an executive microbiologist for the quality control department on the same salary what I asked. I was so happy and surprised, and that my other people, other seniors as well, that it has never happened real time. How come it is possible? I don't know that whatever I did, it was right or wrong. But I believe that my transparent and direct communication helped me to grab the opportunity. So audience, what do you think? Did I do correct or not? Over to you, Tia Model. Thank you.
What a battle cry that was. Amazing speech, Toastmaster Pooja. You inspired us to shed our labels and own our journeys. Let's observe a silence of 1 minute and write down our valuable feedback to Toastmaster Pooja in the chat box. Timer, please note the time and indicate me when 1 minute is over. Keep writing your recommendations to Toastmaster Pooja because it really means a lot. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now let's move on to our next speaker, ever curious, ever wondering Toastmaster Priyanka Mishra. Toastmaster Priyanka has been a part of Toastmasters for 7 years. She is working as an earthquake model developer with ION. She likes playing violin, traveling, and public speaking. Her everyday battle with herself is deciding which dress to wear for work. She will be evaluated by Toastmaster Anshuman. Toastmaster Anshuman, who has been associated with Toastmaster for 4 years now, working at Google as a mark operations lead. Now, yeah. Toastmaster Anshuman, quick audio video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Tamanna. I'll let you speak the title of speech, but I will share the purpose of the speech, which is the purpose of the project is for Toastmaster Priyanka to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the speech feedback to a second speech. The purpose of the speech is also for Toastmaster Priyanka to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. And as the tenured folks in Toastmaster know, this is the first speech, the level one project two of innovative planning. And I look forward to the speech. Toastmaster Priyanka, timer, please note that the speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster Tamanna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Now let's welcome our second warrior, Toastmaster Priyanka, to the stage with huge round of applause. Now, brace yourself.
Tamanna, am I audible to you?
Yeah, I will check. Yes, you are audible. So now brace yourself. Her speech title is Why? Oh my God, 18 times why. Honestly, I asked her why the title has so many whys. And she replied, I also don't know why. Jokes apart, let me pronounce the title. Toastmaster Priyanka, why, 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 why. Why? 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 Toastmaster Priyanka, stage is yours.
Why do I have to deliver a speech today? Do you know? I also don't know. Well, you must ask why did I nominate or take the speech slot last week? Well, I'll tell you why. Few weeks back, I attended a Toastmaster contest where I learned that since last 3 years, I was repeating the same speech again and again and again and again. So finally, I learned that I have to work on my content. For that, I have to deliver speeches. So I took the slot. I almost thought that I will back out till last night. But I cannot do that. Why? Because now the class monitor has changed. Do you know our new BP education? Whom does he work for? Google. The Google has everything about me, my passport, my Aadhaar card, my bank balance, my likes, my dislikes. So I cannot upset Google. So somehow I'm delivering a speech. Well, now you might be wondering, why exactly I'm delivering this speech for the contest? Why this contest is so important? Because I'll tell you why. Next year, I want to become the world champion of public speaking. We call it ISC. Do you know about ISC? I don't know. So international speech contest. Or the same one, Aaron Beverly, Dhananjay, I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. At the same ISC, I want to become world champion. Well, you might be wondering what would happen, Priyanka, when we become the world champion. Okay, will my struggle will get over? I'll become the best public speaker. So will I achieve happiness after that? Oh, no. The real struggle will begin after that. Because I'll tell you, do you know who are the members of my club? They are not normal people. They are directors, area director, division director, district director, program quality director, award director, convener. My goodness, all kind of directors we have. So what will they do? Once you become a world champion, they'll call you to deliver keynote speeches. Or they won't call you to normal meetings. They will call you directly to oration. Yeah, imagine we went to the oration stage. And there you went and you fumbled. What will happen to your fame? So all went down. So even after you become a world champion, you have to keep working on your speeches, keep becoming better every day. So the struggle never gets over. And that is the motto of Toastmasters. Life is equal to struggle. Keep struggling. So you might be wondering why exactly I joined Toastmasters now, right? I'll tell you why. Once upon a time, I was small, very small. I had to go to school. So when I went to school, we had a great English teacher. One fine day, she decided to have a speech contest. When my turn came, I went on the stage and I was blacked out for complete 2 minutes. I still don't have memory what happened in those 2 minutes. Maybe the alien ship came and abducted me and took all the knowledge of my mind and sent me back. I have no idea what happened in those 2 minutes. Memory gone. After me, another girl came on the stage and she spoke as if she's a newsreader. Such a fluency, such an accent. That day I decided I will become like her, the great public speaker. So what did I do? I waited and waited. I grew up and I took a job. Then I joined Toastmasters. Now you might be wondering, why did I wait so long to join Toastmaster? I could have joined Gavalier Toastmaster as well, don't you think? I cannot do that because Toastmaster is not free. That time in my generation, they took $45. Yeah. Oh, new members, you might be thinking it is $60 for us. Oh, Toastmaster think we are rich. So they increased from $45 to $60. So, well, money apart, coming to my generation, I'll tell you what used to happen in our generation. We used to have a thin book, very thin book of education. We had only 10 chapters. So I thought maybe after finishing these 10 chapters of competent communication, we used to call that, okay? So there were only 10 chapters. So once you finish those 10 chapters, I thought I'll become a great public speaker. Then I started giving speeches. First speech I gave, second speech I gave, third speech I gave. I was preparing for my third speech. Toastmaster got to know my secret. And they knew my plans. So what did they do? They changed the syllabus. Now we have pathways, unending pathways, which we can never finish. So somehow, after so much of patience, I finished my level 3. Yeah. So what you know what happens in every term with me? My president comes and poke me. Priyanka, why don't you finish level 4 or level 5? What will happen? I asked them, what will happen if I finish level 4 or 5? She says, we will get DCP points. You know what will happen with DCP points? We'll get hammer or we'll get Hall of Fame. I wonder what will we do with the hammer? Do you know we already have 3 hammers in our with turning for Toastmasters sitting across the world? We have no idea why. And because I'll tell you, there's no use of hammer because I start the meeting without any hammer, virtual meeting. So rather than giving a hammer, they should give us Zoom subscription. No, Toastmaster won't do that. They want us to struggle because life is equal to struggle. So I keep struggling. I know how much your shitty my speech is, how much terrifying my speech is. Don't worry because I don't care. After some time, one person will come and he will say, what a wonderful speech, Priyanka. Because Toastmaster is all about commendation and recommendation. So this is what Toastmaster is. Nah, enough. And I'll take a deep breath. Now I'll tell you why I'm ranting so much. This is not a rhyme. This is the whole story which I have been through. Now I'll see the red card. Why would I stop? I already disqualified in district level. I don't care. Listen, you have to listen to me. So instead of asking why, so many, we have so many whys. Like the way I have whys in Toastmaster, you must be having why in your life. Why my boss is behaving like this, why my wife is behaving, why our husband is behaving like this, why my kid is behaving like this, why this situation I'm in, why this happens with me. We have so many whys, right? The way I have. What I realized, instead of learning or looking for the answers for whys, how about we look for the word what exactly we can do about this situation. I can't change Toastmasters. I'm just a Singapore based on my opinion. I can't change my situation around me. I can't change anything. What can make a difference is what I can do about this particular situation. For example, instead of backing out, I am delivering a speech in front of you. So instead of wondering about why, start looking for what can you do about the situation. So with that, thank you for listening, everyone in the room. I will hand over the stage to Tamanna Gupta, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. What a vibrant speech. I hope we all got the answer now. Why you had so many whys in your title. Let's observe a silence of 1 minute. I urge all of you to please write your valuable feedback to Toastmaster Priyanka in the chat box. Timer, please show the red card when 1 minute is over. And please keep smiling. Smile costs nothing. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now it's time to test your reflexes. life doesn't give you preparation time, and neither does our table topping master, Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi Bhardwaj. Besides his professional work, he is a certified yoga teacher and long walk enthusiast. He is a passionate about chess. And let me tell you, Toastmaster Ravi is bravely fighting the battle of overcoming self doubt. A quick audio video check, Toastmaster Ravi.
I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Tavanna. And after a speech of YY, I am sure that I this is the purpose of Toastmaster, why I'm here. So it's a brilliant story and I loved it. And let's come to our table topic section. Here you have to give impromptu speech for 2 to 3 minutes where the timer will show the card at 2 minutes, yellow card at 2.5 minutes, and 3 minutes you will get the red card. And after 3.5, mean 3 and 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. It's an exercise where you can
Point of order. Point of order. It's 1 to 2 minutes.
sorry. Okay, so yeah, for 1 to 2 minutes, 1 minute for green card, 1.5 for yellow card, and 2 minutes for red card. And thanks a lot, Bhupinder, for such a supporting role right now. I have a different process of TTM. We usually ask question and other person reply. I have come with a new exercise, which is to show a picture to you, and then you have to narrate a story. You want to say anything regarding that, whatever comes in your mind, you have to build, narrate from your real life, your imagination, anything, any aspect from that. Just you have to explore yourself. And I would love to hear what you think about it. So without wasting time, I would like to request the people to come front and volunteer for that. Okay, Aurora, Nandini, great, Saurabh. Okay, so let's start with the Saurabh first. Let me share my screen first so that you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see pictures.
Yeah, great. So I will not say anything. I will just show you the picture for 5 seconds and I will just remove it, the screen. Okay. And your time will start. Okay. Good to start, Saurabh?
Yes, sure.
Okay, timer, please note that after I stop the screen share, after 1 second, you can start the timer. Okay. So Saurabh, your picture is
Thank you for the topic. So from the picture, we can see a few children smiling and putting a palm on the ground. So what we can learn from the picture is united we stand, divided we fall. As long as you are united, you have an ability to be resilient from any failures. You can develop resiliency by learning what mistakes we have done, by networking or interacting with others. You can ask, where are my weakness, how can I improve? So likewise, during my MBA days, I was facing lot of rejections in interviews. I was networking with few of my batchmates. Like they were asking me, oh, you have a good profile, why so many rejections? Few of my friends were asking me. So I also asked, what's the problem? They told me, what answer steps do you follow? Just show me your answer, like basic questions. Tell me about yourself, strength and weakness. But after sharing with them, they will share some corrections and recommendations. So I will implement in my interviews or in some job. After following them, I am finally able to clear one interview. So that's one example of networking where we can develop resilience. Thank you.
Thank you, Saurabh, for great speech of resilience and how the team has helped you to come out of it. So let's come with the second one, and I think uh, Aurora ji. Okay, let me share my screen and show the screen. First of all, that it is previous. Let me change. And can you see the screen now, Rajendra?
Yes, I can see the screen, but it is the same screen which was given to
Yeah,
Saurabh.
I am going to change. I'm going to change. Just ask me that.
When I see this face and expression, I remember that when a kid tends to decide something, he gets the same thing. And that's the determination which makes him resilient to come up and take over the things which is required in his life. I remember when I was a kid, my many of the friends were having very good gifts or maybe good toys, but I was not having. And one day I told my mother that I want this toy. And my face was exactly the same which was shown in this. My mother told that I cannot bring this toy now. Your father will come and he will give it to you in next month. But I told I want it now. And then somehow, when I was having this kind of facial expression, she got inspired or whatever motivated, and she arranged that particular toy for me. And the same as of now, which is required. I can say that we have a lot of opportunity to learn from kids, determination, curiosity, and achieving the goals and freedom of thinking. And let us have those kids. Do not kill your kid in you and try to bring it that innocence in you and achieve all those targets in your life which you want to achieve just by innocence, determination, commitment, and having some jid, or you can say some uh, uh, kind of innocence. Thank you. And over to Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Rajendra, for a beautiful speech. I love the word you say, the sentence you use. They never kill the child inside you, which I will never. That's why I'm in Toastmaster. So yeah, next one, Rupinder has raised his hand. Okay, Rupinder. Uh,
Yes.
okay, let
Am I
me.
audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Okay, can you see the screen?
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Just I have to change it. Just confirming that you have seen the screen. Okay.
Oh, I thought that was the story of my life. Go ahead.
Okay. But I will show you a better story. Yeah.
This picture might remind you of romance. It might remind you of togetherness. It might remind you of a quiet moment. To me, it reminds me of fear. Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and very welcome guests, please bear with me as I tell you about my fear of horror movies. This reminds me of Twilight, and you may call me a stupid, uneducated moron, but to me, Twilight was a horror movie. To you, it might have been a love affair between a vampire and a human. To me, it was about 1.5 hours of torture. Now, why would I subject myself to this kind of a torture? Well, it turns out that about 25 years ago, I got married. Let's just go that way. And my wife loves horror movies. She's also scared of horror movies. And she believes that sitting with someone and taking and watching the horror movie with them takes away some of that fear. But according to her, Twilight was not a horror movie, it was a love story. And she wanted me to watch a love story so that I could have a change of taste, because I always complained that why do I have to watch horror movies with you? As if my life is not already a horror movie. Turns out I could not sleep that night. So, Mr. Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and very welcome guests, while this image might remind you of romance, of togetherness, of everlasting love, to me, it means fear. And that fear stems from horror movies. And yes, Twilight is a horror movie, Mr. Topics Master.
Great, great. And I love that you you also enjoy the horror movie. So great.
I'll make your death look like an accident.
Okay. So yeah, unique Katnuria. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
No.
There,
Unique Katnoria, he's alive.
Welcome
He's a
back,
past
past
president.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So all you,
लड़ना बड़ा हो गया.
Wow. Unique.
yeah, hi Anshuman.
okay. So let me share my screen. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, it's loading for me right now. Yeah, I can see it.
Now I will change it. Okay, just a second.
Sure. Yeah, hi, good evening everyone, and yeah, glad to join here. But yeah, coming to the image, it seems like somebody is happy without any worries. And this is maybe one of the most romanticized ideas in our culture, that I would just want to be happy without any worries, but arguably one of the most misunderstood. And of all the people who misunderstand it, I might possibly be one of them. But yeah, again, uh, the pure joy on the face, that is not because of achieving something, that is because of not wanting to achieve or not wanting to strive for something. That is something I think we are I mean, almost forgetting almost all our happiness and all our strivings, or all our well-being is closely related with what we achieve. But as they say that it's not about waiting for the rain to pass by, but to dance in the rain. And when you are dancing, and I mean, when you are happy without any reason, there could be a case that people don't understand that happiness, especially someone who is I would say that who do not understand that particular state. But yeah, as I think I think Friedrich Nietzsche said this, that those who were dancing were thought to be mad by the people who could not hear the music. So it's that kind of a thing. But yeah, I think I was all over the place, but I would like to wrap up my thoughts. And yeah, maybe that picture will remind you of something as well. Yeah, thank you, Toastmasters, Ravi.
Great, great, great. Hindi. So maybe this is your real name first of all, or you have just changed your name?
Can you repeat? I did not get you.
Nick is your real name, or just you have changed it?
I wish it was not real, but unfortunately it is.
Okay.
It's a long story.
Okay. So yeah, Harish has raised his hand, but unfortunately, I will not give it because he's driving. Harish, if you can, sorry, but I cannot give you the table topic right now because you are driving.
Are it
Maybe
possible to park somewhere and speak?
Yes, I'm about to stop now.
Sure. If you want some time, can we give you the next topic?
I'm in the parking lot. I'm
Excellent.
right now. Yes.
Go ahead, Ravi.
Okay. Can you see the screen, Harish?
Yeah,
I
I
change
can.
it. Okay,
Okay.
so just give me a second. I'm changing the picture for you.
Yes. Thank you,
Let's
Ravi,
start.
for this wonderful topic. I have a choice now. Who am I? Whether I'm the podium finisher or whether I am the one who is standing down in sorrow. I think this is exactly my story. Few weeks back, when I competed in my international speech contest at the district level, for the third time, I did not win. I didn't go on the podium to grab that crystal trophy. And this is exactly what I felt. But did I lose? I don't think I lost anything there. Because competing itself is like winning. Coming to a district level and competing, be one of the 8 speakers, that itself is a great achievement. That is what I felt. Going and laying your hands on the trophy is not the end. It is a process of learning. Maybe next time I'll try again. Come there. And maybe it was a time for me to improve myself. That is what I felt. This is a Kaizen happening in my life, continuous improvement, step by step, step by step. And maybe one fine day, I'll be alighting that particular podium and grabbing that trophy once for all. It's a great reminder that yes, we cannot get disheartened by these losses. These are not losses, but I would say these are our stepping stone towards final goal. Thank you, Table Topic Master. Back to you.
What a speech, Harish. I was at the starting when you said that which one is me. I was with you at that time. Great speech. I loved it. Last, Manoj, are you there? Manoj Kumar?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so just sharing my screen. Give me a second. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so I'm changing right now. You can start.
You taught me your language and I learned how to curse. That was by character and Shakespearean play. The Tempest. Education. Are we really educated?
Excuse me, Manoj. I think there is a
The
network
Nobel
issue.
laureate T.S. Eliot writes in one of his poems, "Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Where is the knowledge we have lost in information? There's the information bloom everywhere." Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Continue, continue.
Audible, yes, please go ahead.
So it's talking about the Nobel laureate who said, "Where is the wisdom we have lost in knowledge? Where is the knowledge we have lost in information? There's the information bloom everywhere, and that's taking us toward doom. There's so many variety of choices, variety of plethora of knowledge bombarding our head from each side, and we have forgotten what is the essence of it, because we are not teaching our kids empathy, kindness, and the value system. What we are talking to them or teaching them is compete, go higher, richer. And that is what is leading this world to its doom. In the Middle East, there is a war. Ukraine and Russia are fighting for too long. And big countries are trying to enhance their GDP by being the bystanders because they want their weapon of mass by these countries.
Manoj, I think
Don't you
your
think we
network.
need to sense of living? That's not being taught in our school nowadays. So let's see if we can change that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Manoj. But I think most of your speech was not heard properly due to network issue. Make sure to check the net before joining next time. But all the best for the next time. So that's my time for today for our table topic. And before I leave,
Ravi, do we have one last topic?
yeah, definitely.
I think
Can go.
Sanjita joined us from GPT. She's also a past member over here. If Sanjita can keep the video on, can we invite her, given how the last topic was not audible to all?
Sure, sure.
Sanjita,
Okay.
audible?
Hi everyone. Am I audible, visible? I think I am audible and visible.
Yeah, you are confirming by yourself that you are audible then. So yeah, you are audible and visible. So can you see the screen, Sanjita?
Yes.
And I'm in hi. So let's come to the next screen. Just a second.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Hello everyone, guests, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Well, to be very honest, I don't like babies. I'm sorry. I don't like babies for two reasons. One is that just give me a second, guys. Yeah, I don't like babies for two reasons. One is that they cry a lot and they don't mind their own business. They don't mind their own business. So, and I like them for two reasons as well. One is that if they don't like someone, they don't like it. They will show it on face. They will snatch, or they will pinch, or they will punch, or they will cry. The second thing that I like about them is that they are very entertaining. When they are there, you don't need any kind of entertainment. So, so yeah, and for that reason also, I always used to think that I can generate secondary income from probably opening a creche, sorry, probably a school or school for infant probably, wherein I can keep babies only when they're laughing and when they are in a fun mood and not when they're crying. So if they cry, their parents have to give me incentives. And yeah, that's all. Over to you guys. That's my time. Thank you so much.
Great speech. I love the way you have that clarity in your mind that you beautiful like peace. Okay, so yeah, it's time for the wrap up of my session. Thank you all for coming here and giving the speeches. Before that, yeah, the poll is here. You can vote for your best table topic speaker. And over to you, TMOD. Tamanna. Tamanna, are you there? Or I have to take one other.
Tamanna, possible for you to unmute? Till that time, allow me to introduce you to another poll. Please finish this poll fast. I'll give 10 extra seconds. After that, we'll go for one more poll of best prepared speaker. And closing this poll, 3, 2, 1. By the time we launch the next poll, let's invite the general evaluator of the day to conduct the evaluation business. Over to you, Sadhna.
So as we know that this is the most important thing of the day, where we reflect, we appreciate, and share the feedback for our improvement. So first of all, I'd like to invite the speech evaluators. So for speaker Pooja, speaker 1, we have evaluator Sanskar. I'd like to invite him for his feedback. TM Sanskar, please come on the stage. Yeah. Can we spotlight him?
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhana. So, I think we all saw some wonderful speeches today. So to start with, our speaker, Pooja, Toastmaster Pooja. Speech title was Not a Fresher, Not a Liar, Just a Fighter. And as we all saw the story behind her, the interview, it was very touching, it was very beautiful, and how she has made her interviews in biotech company describing the scenes and how she had answered the interview questions confidently. She describes all the scenes which lets us into that into her story. So she also tells us how what were the challenges she faced while doing the test, questions asked by the interviewer, and how she had the learning agility to do things, and which we should all take up things in our life as well. How we should get out of our comfort zone. It's not just being confident. It's being confident is a part of being out of comfort zone. So it's all about getting out of that comfort zone and taking the right opportunities. So while the speech was very good, it was mesmerizing. She has few things to work upon, which is the grammar and the time had reached the red card and above. So have to start concluding the speech by the time the red card is being shown. And that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanskar. Now I'd like to invite the second evaluator, TM Anshuman, to evaluate speaker Priyanka.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sadhna. Why did I choose to evaluate Toastmaster Priyanka's speech? I want to know ever. But it was definitely a very mixed feeling kind of speech evaluation. First of all, any humorous speech full of wit, full of sarcasm, full of anecdotes is always a delight to hear. And Toastmaster Priyanka, great job of doing that, starting with the funny anecdotes of, first of all, why did she choose to begin this writing the speech to begin with, that there's a new class monitor and she's forced to do that or not so forced to do that. Then talking about Toastmasters whole framework in general. I think there was a general sense of her deep understanding of how Toastmasters overarching framework works, be it like ISC World Championship or the awards that are given, be it the Golden Gavel or be it Hall of Fame, even the DCP goals the club has to achieve. Even to strike a humor, it requires a good understanding of what the lay of the land is. And for me, it was not just about the wit and the humor and the anecdotes, it was a deep understanding of how Toastmaster Priyanka understood what Toastmaster stands for and then making fun of it in this safe platform where she questioned the why part of why do we uh, like focus on DCP goals? Why do we look after Hall of Fame? Why do we look after that Golden Gavel, which Tosa Priyanka doesn't even use as a sergeant at arms at the beginning of the meeting? And not just that, at the beginning, so I learned that there are two sides of humor. One is just enacting the humorous side in humorous speeches, which Toastmasters Priyanka did fantastically. Another side is the content side of things, where wit and writing of the content itself helps. And I think Toastmaster Priyanka landed both of them pretty well. Now coming to where Toastmaster Priyanka can challenge herself. First of all, the rhythm of the speech. The entire rhythm of the speech was similar. It started well. First 1/3 of the speech, that rhythm of making sarcasm, making fun, making humor of what Toastmaster stands for did land. After that, since it was this rhythmic wave of da 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 da, so like musical till the end, I had to like literally focus on Toastmaster Priyanka's words to get the humor. So Toastmaster Priyanka can vary it by bringing dialogues, by bringing stories, bringing different emotions, and bringing variation to the humor part itself. Second, Toastmaster Priyanka can work on the gravitas, the authority of what she's speaking at times. Uh, the speech sounded casual to me, though Toastmaster Priyanka did have a deep understanding and humor part of it. But being the tenured Toastmaster Priyanka is, she can bring that gravity of having that authority to have sarcasm, humor, similar to how stand-up comedians make fun of how like how the society functions. But definitely, overall, Toastmaster Priyanka, great, fantastic speech in terms of landing the humor itself, the body language, the fun part of it, the anecdotes, the wit, where you can challenge yourself is on the rhythm side and definitely bring the gravitas, the authority of being sarcastic. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanjana. Sadhana. Yes, Sadhana.
Yes. Okay. Thank you to all the speech evaluators for the wonderful observation and the feedback. Now I would like to invite my tech team for their report. First of all, I'd like to invite the timer for the timing report. Please, spotlight. Yes.
I think
Sadhana,
evaluator will
I
come.
think you should invite a table topic evaluator first.
Okay, fine. Sorry for the. Now I'd like to invite the table topic evaluator to evaluate the table topic speeches. Topic evaluator Shilpa, I guess. Yes.
Say again, Shilpa.
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Now you are.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Shilpa. So there were a lot of topics which I need to be evaluated. So quickly, let's get started with it. So the first speaker was Saurabh. I love how he spoke about unity and rejection, and he also used few examples to express his ideas. One suggestion I would like to give him is to minimize the use of filler words and to structure his speech in a better way. Second speaker was Rajender. He spoke about determination and resilience, and he also expressed his story as a kid. So that was a good storytelling skills. We can see that. One suggestion I would like to give him is at the end of the speech, his speech was a bit hurried, like he wanted to complete it very quickly. So maybe he can work on that. Third speaker was Rupinder. He spoke about his fear of horror movies, and that was an interesting and a very unexpected take on the table topic. One suggestion I would like to give him, I could observe that there were a few long pauses in between his speech. Other than that, I don't have any specific recommendation. The fourth speaker was Unique Katnoria, and he spoke about joy and peace, and he used some really good phrases in his speech. One suggestion that I would like to give is to structure his speech and to minimize the use of filler words. Now, the fifth speaker was Harish. I love how he started his speech very active and very interesting. He spoke about winning and losing, and it was a very compact and a very good speech. I don't have any specific recommendation for him. Now, the sixth speaker was Manoj. However, I could not understand his speech because of audio issues. So, sorry for that. Seventh speaker was Sanjita. How I love how she spoke about the topic. It was very interesting and very funny speech. One suggestion I would like to give her is to conclude her speech in a better way. That's it with my table topic speech evaluation. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Sadhna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa, for that descriptive report. Now, the time for our tech team. I'd like to invite the timer. I would like to request timer to come and present the timing report.
Good evening, everyone. Allow me to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Now it is.
But you can enlarge it.
Yes, you can zoom it a bit at the bottom right.
Is it fine now?
Perfect.
I hope it's fine. Yeah. Everybody, first of all, I want to say everybody did a fabulous job and everyone showed the true resilience within them. So let's start with the prepared speakers. As you can see, both of them are disqualified, but it was a mesmerizing speech given by both the speakers. Now, come to table topic speakers. Only guest Manoj Kumar is disqualified. Rest all are qualified. As far as evaluators are concerned, Only Toastmaster Anshuman is disqualified. So thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, Janal Valuta.
Thank you, Timer Riti. Now I'd like to invite Aha Counter to present the report.
Good evening, everybody. Just let me know if my screen is visible. Is it
Now it
visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, so Toastmaster Anant, I couldn't find any filler word in your speech. For Toastmaster Tamanna, I could just spot one For Toastmaster Ravi, I could spot 2 For Toastmaster Sadhna, 4 R's. For Toastmaster Shilpa, it was 5 R's. For Toastmaster Riti, again, none. For Toastmaster Deep, I think we couldn't hear him in this speech. Apart from that, Toastmaster Puja, almost none again. Toastmaster Sanskar, 8 R's and 6 M's. Toastmaster Priyanka, again, I think we didn't had an opportunity to hear her. Toastmaster Anshuman took 3 hours. Toastmaster Saurabh, 6 hours. Toastmaster Rajendra. I would like to mention that he used the pauses very well. I personally learned from his pauses a lot. Apart from that, just one Toastmaster Rupinder, none. Toastmaster Unique Katnoria, 7 hours. Toastmaster Harish, none. Toastmaster Manoj, I couldn't hear you due to network issue. Toastmaster Dhamdeep, almost none. And Toastmaster Sanjita, 2 arms. Apart from that, I think she was using the same word twice to as a filler. That's it. That's my report. So, guys, if you thought that your crush is the only person who listens to every single word you say, no, today I did it too. So, thank you. That's it. I hope it will help you become more aware of the fillers we use, and ultimately we can improve our fluency. Thank you so much. And over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sapna.
Thank you, Nandini. Now I'd like to finally invite the grammarian for the word of the day usage report and all other grammatical usage.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for calling me back for my report. I would like to share my screen to share my report and hope my screen is visible for all of you. Well, so I started with that analogy of signaling that the regulation while moving on the path is very important. In the same way, when we communicate, we travel on the path of communication. The usage, the appropriate usage of the words is very, very important apart from all those punctuation remarks and everything. So word of the day which was there, as you know, resilience was there. The meaning was very simple, I think so. And the synonyms were given. Example was also given. So now it's time to come to the report. Specifically, how many of the speakers used it during their speeches, and what were the good usage throughout the program or this meeting, and whatever few of the things which probably not so good spoken. So let me congratulate all those speakers who used the word of the day during their speeches. So I would like to congratulate guest Saurabh, Toastmaster Ravi, Toastmaster Rajinder, and Toastmaster Iti. So huge round of applause for using very appropriately the word resilience during their speeches. Now it's time to see the usage of the words or phrases, idioms, etc. during the speeches. So I'm happy to share to the fellow Toastmasters and the guest here that I couldn't see a lot of not so good usage. I could enlist so many good usage. Once I will start narrating it, you will come to know. As I try to note down, few of those good usage, out of those good usage, there were like a number of listed, but I couldn't list each and everything. Those were very outstanding. I have just noted. So starting with which were those? First, never gets over. So the meaning of this is a particular phrase which means an experience or feeling or situation that someone finds difficult to move past or accept. Then a good title I could see at the end of the speech, that shift from why to what, that was little catchy, that I just noted. I found it catchy. Then there was another phrase used, united we stand, divided we fall, which means, which is actually proverb, not a phrase. The proverb which means the strength found in unity and cooperation and the vulnerability that arises from the division. That is the meaning of that proverb. Then words like the determination, which means quality of having firmly decided to do something, even if it is very difficult. Few of the, again, the good usage, which doesn't need to explain what does it mean, but like curiosity, innocence, were used very appropriately during the speeches. There was another word used appropriately, moron, which means a rude way of referring to somebody who you think is very stupid. Kaizen, a famous Japanese terminology used during the speech, which means change for the better or the continuous improvement. Very famous Japanese principle, which means Kaizen and which means the continuous improvement, which is very, very important. The other words like anecdotes, sarcasm were used, and the meanings we know. Anecdotes means telling the short stories. Sarcasm means telling exactly opposite what exactly you mean to say. Last word which I could capture was the mesmerizing, which means to hold somebody's attention completely. That was the good use of the word use I could capture. Then, as I said, there were very few not so good usage of the words, like candidates was sitting there. So very simple, the suggestion is that candidates were sitting there should be used. Then there was usage like I lose the chance. The speech was about the past event, so suggestion there should have been the usage like I lost the chance. There was the usage like time for wrap up. No, I actually rechecked it. The actual usage should be wrap up time, or it's time to wrap it up. Yeah, so that was very few things which were not used properly, but that innumerous list of using the good usage, I really congratulate all the speakers for having those correct usage of the language throughout your speeches, and keep going, keep it up. With that note, I would like to hand it back to General Evaluator. Thank you for the chance and opportunity.
Thank you, Grammarian Dhamadi, for your report. Now it's the time for the overall evaluation of the meeting. So first of all, I'd like to thank you everyone for giving me this chance to be the general evaluator. Now, as you know that this is a very tough job. We have to, listen to every speech and every evaluator carefully. So just forgive me if I could miss somewhere. So we'll start with the speech evaluators first. Let me start with Toastmaster Sanskar, I guess. So he was a speech evaluator for Puja. And is Sanskar there? I guess he's not there. All right. So, okay, so he's not there, but let me, whatever I have observed, I'll share it with you. So he gave a good feedback regarding how well she presented, but I thought it was on the surface level. But though he made a good effort, but it was on the surface level. Like for example, her body language or the hand gestures and other things he didn't cover. Yes, but overall, I would say that it was a good feedback. by Sanskar. It's just that if it could have been wholesome if he included all the aspects of speech, but overall, the feedback was good. Now, the second evaluator was Anshuman for the speaker Priyanka. I didn't find any much to share. Like I didn't observe anything to like give more feedback on that, but just that he could have stuck to the time, like the time limit, so it would have been better. Otherwise, the speech was the feedback was really, I would say, impressive, and he covered all the aspects of a speech, and he also followed the CRC approach, where he gave the commendation and then recommendation and then commendation. So it was great. Now the time for table topic evaluator. So the table topic evaluator, you praise the speeches and then gave some feedback. So that was a good approach that I found, and not much to pinpoint or add something more. Now the time for tag team report, the tag team feedback. Timer did a good job by explaining the time taken, and the report was also elaborative. For grammarian, I would like to congratulate him that the way he presented the report was good. Just one suggestion is that when there were some words that had spelling mistakes, or maybe the words which were pronounced wrongly. So before presenting, you could check that once. So that is the only suggestion. Otherwise, it was efforts could be seen in that page. The efforts you made while creating that report, it was commendable. And hours, but okay, specifically we shouldn't tell that this is the number of ahas or ums, I guess. If it's more than 4, we say that it's more than 4. So you have used ah or ums more than 4, like this. And I guess I'm done with all the feedback for all the role players. Now, the whole okay, the TMOD, sorry, I'm really sorry. So how can I forget the heart and soul of the meeting, that is TMOD Tamanna. So you did a great job by linking the theme of the day, that is Kurukshetra, fighting in a battles, with the lessons of the Gita. The recommendation would be if you could have included some maybe activities, or in the presentation you prepared, if there were some pictures or something, or you could have asked the Toastmasters that what do you feel, or can you link this topic to your life, or something like this, or maybe some activity where everybody could have played their part. Otherwise, it was a great effort, and the way you shared the PPT and you shared your life examples, that was really good. And no other recommendations for you. It was amazing, full of energy. And as far as the overall structure or the timing is concerned, we started on time, and I guess we are going to end on time as well. Then all the role players were well prepared, and it's difficult. And one more thing, table topic master, I would like to give a praise for him, because he came up with something new, that through pictures we have to speak, and it's a little difficult to weave a story around the picture, but everyone did a commendable job. That was amazing. And I would say that yes, it was a fun-filled meeting. We had a hilarious speech, amazing speech by Priyanka, and very inspiring speech by Pooja. So overall, I would say that this meeting was a mix of a blend of fun and motivation. And this is what I feel. Okay, with that, I conclude my general evaluation. Thank you so much. And forgive me if I made any mistakes. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sadhna. Before we conclude our enlightening journey, I want to tell you the Gita is not just about gods, warrior, or Sanskrit shlokas. It's about us and the daily battles we face in relationships, in careers, in self doubt. That's why I believe everyone, regardless of age or religion, should read Gita at least once in life because it teaches us not what to think, but how to think. So, my dear Toastmasters, may we all fight our own inner battles with a little more karma, a little more clarity, and a lot more courage. And today, each one of you has shown the courage to speak, to listen, and to grow. Thank you for being the part of this beautiful journey. I now hand the stage back to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Anant Katyani.
Thank you so much, Tamanna. Thank you so much, Sadhna, and of course, Ravi, for conducting the three wonderful sessions and keeping this entire meeting binded together. I'm quickly launching one last poll. That is for the best role player, one among you. I'm marking my choice over here. Others, you do mark your choice in the next 30 seconds. We'll announce the results shortly, and we will. Before that, we'll go for a quick round of feedback from the visitors as well as any non-Toastmaster guests. But just want to share one observation that I learned from today's meeting. We took a subject closer to the scripture named Gita. And Gita, just like many scriptures around the world of different religions, it teaches about one key human value or one aspect of human life that if we master with consistent practice, quality of life, in fact, the impact on humanity improves, and that quality is equanimity. Equanimity means keeping the same level of mindset, whether in extreme happiness or in extreme sadness. So, whether things going against you or completely in favor to you, you should not lose your balance, by becoming too happy in one instance or by getting dejected in the other. So, in that note, I believe this is our battlefield, this particular platform, whether in today's meeting, let's say it's online, or whether whichever physical club we might be visiting in future. Toastmasters platform is all about doing your karma, as Gita suggests. Just do your duty, forget about the result, because a lot of times in real life, we worry about the results, the consequences too much, and don't take the very first step. And that step is putting ourselves in the harm's way, subject ourselves to vulnerability, putting ourselves to the full view of public and speak. We don't do that, right? This is a platform where we can do that and forget about the results. So evidently, we have many improvements to cover. In due time, we will do that. We understand we are a young club, given the demography of or tenure of all the members on the screen right now. Take pleasure in what you are doing today, and your only competition is against yourself. Now, it's a mentor's job or the senior Toastmasters in the club, their duty to help you build the stamina as well as the excellence level gradually up. Of course, we will need to do better preparation and we will do much better rehearsals before our roles going in future gradually. But what you have accomplished today, that's a true testimony. Today, neither Rupinder nor me nor Aina, we didn't take any roles. Anshuman took barely one evaluation. This entire show was run by all of you. Can we have a round of applause for this young team at Turning Point? Quick feedback. I will begin with our past returning president, Unique Katnoria. Unique, how was the experience after so long?
Yeah, I mean, I was just came from office and checking out my YouTube, and I saw Turning Point Toastmaster was live. So I generally watch the videos come in my feed. I watch them after, but today I thought it's live, so I might as well join. And yeah, like a lot of familiar faces and something you associate with Turning Point Toastmaster is the either I mean you learn and you learn in a very positive environment, and there is a constant encouragement. And I can see that today as well. It was a great, like a refreshing thing to come to this meeting. Thank you.
Which city you are settled, by the way, right now?
I am in Bangalore.
Bangalore. Enjoy Bangalore traffic.
And weather also. It has its plus.
शादी होगी बरखुरदार?
Yes, yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Unique, and keep coming back. We look forward to welcome you with much better quality and much more scintillating speeches like today's. Let's hear from Dr. Satish. Dr. Satish, how was your experience today? If you are there, Satish, let us know. While you set up your audio, we'll come back to you. Let's check with Sanjida, officially now a member of Gurugram Professional Toastmasters, meets on Sunday morning, our sister club. Sanjida, how was your experience?
Hi everyone. Like always, it's good to be back. And I guess today I learned a lot about myself. I'm basically, whenever I see a topic, I can, I learned this that I can only speak on serious topic and not be I can't give humorous speeches, I guess. And that's when I started laughing because I could not control myself. And, this is the reason why I keep coming back to Toastmaster. It's not only that you get encouragements from your fellow Toastmasters and your mentors, but also you get to learn about yourself. So yeah, it's always fun to be back. And after all, like basically the reason for me joining, being very inconsistent in the meeting was that my office hours are literally very hectic, and that's the reason why I thought of joining the Sunday club. And I hope this time I'll be consistent and I will achieve what I want to, what I aspire for, basically.
We would love to hear you over here as well. You join one club, but you get opportunities in both of the sister clubs. So that's going to be the tradition. But you spoke well today. Be proud of the efforts.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Dr. Satish, one last hail to you, if you can hear us. Moving on. Let's hear the results of today's meeting. Let's start with the best auxiliary role player. Among the 4 role players, it went to, by the way, it was a really, really close fight, and the butler did it, as Rupinder says. Grammarian Damdeep, congratulations. And though I must say, all 4 of them did really, really superlative job today. Best speech evaluator by the way of disqualification goes to Sanskar. So Anshuman, I am not the only one who gets time disqualified. Anshuman is keeping the legacy alive, much to the displeasure of Rupinder. Best.
Hey, I'm your mentor. Remember that, both of you.
Yeah. The best role player among the TMOD, TTM, and GE goes to Tamanna, the Toastmaster of the day. And trust me, it was again a very closely fought battle. All 3 of them got really, really good number of points. Best table topic speaker. Okay, I will go with best, table topic speaker, because there is no point in best prepared speaker. Both of them got disqualified. So, girls, you need to buckle up. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Harish, the man who was driving, parked, spoke in the table topic. So Harish, good job. When you watch the YouTube recording again for the results, take pleasure in knowing that you did job well done. Folks, that's it for today. But I'm sure Toastmaster Anshuman, the VP Education, is going to be really, really happy with the efforts that we are putting in terms of taking the roles in the round robin manner and having a full house. Let's keep the legacy alive, and immediately after the meeting, in the meeting preparation group, start booking your roles slots for the next meeting. Very, very soon, maybe next meeting or the next meeting, we would want to have a quick education session on some of these roles as well. Maybe towards the evaluation or maybe towards the speech topic selection. Either of these 2 topics, we will seek your availability in most numbers to have that session done in place of one of the table topics or one of the, half of the table topic or one of the prepared speech session. In that duration, either me or Rupinder or Anshuman will conduct a very, very quick session over there. And please remember, officers, we need to attend the TLI. Those who are out of India, of course, will help you attending any one of the online ones, or you can attend in your own geography and let us know. We'll coordinate for the credit. Those who are in Gurugram, do not miss out the opportunity for the very first physical TLI of this program here, happening on 26th July, Saturday, at Exceedance, very near to Rajiv Chowk or Subhash Chowk. This is a place in Gurugram called Candor Tech Space. Exceedance is one of the Toastmasters club over there, a corporate space where the meeting will happen on a Saturday, 26th July. If you are in Gurugram, even if you are not an EC member, feel free to meet 150 plus members of the community over there in a physical manner. That will be a memorable day for you. I can vouch for that. On that note, if there is no further announcements, let's close the meeting with a pat on the back for all ourselves. Closing the live telecast.